Multiplication principle. The multiplication principle, is to undo division. We do the opposite and multiply. However, anything we do to one side of the equal sign, we must do to the other side as well. And as always, it's very important to show all your work. So let's go ahead and look at an example. Example 1. The headlight circuit has a resistance of 1.6 ohms and a current of 7.88. What is the voltage of the headlight circuit? Use the equation below to help us solve and round to the nearest whole number. So we have this equation we're going to rewrite. So to undo this multiplication, which is shown right here, we will multiply by 1.6. Now, when we multiply, these cross out as 1.6 over 1.6 is equal to 1. Now, whatever we do to one side, we must do to the other. So we're going to go ahead and put 1.6 over here. And we're going to put these in brackets to indicate that we are multiplying these two numbers together. So V is equal to 1.6, 7.88. And we can go ahead and put these in brackets. So let's go ahead and use our calculator. We have 1.6 times 7.88, which is equal to 12.608. So voltage is 12.608. And this is in volts. But we're going to round the nearest whole number, so that's a 2. So we're going to look at this 6, and we're going to see that it's between 5 to 9, so we're going to round up. So V is actually equal to 13 volts when we round to the nearest whole number. So let's go ahead and do another example. Example 2. Find the voltage of an electric circuit if the total resistance is 8 ohms and the current is 1.5 amps. Use the equation below to help solve. So here we have V over 8 is equal to 1.5. So once again, to undo division, we multiply. So we're going to multiply it by 8 on both sides. And this way we get our V all by itself on one side of the equal sign. So now these 8s cross out and they just become 1s. Then we're going to also multiply it on the other side as well. So now we have V is equal to 1.5 times 8. So let's get our calculator out. 1.5 times 8 is equal to 12. So V is equal to 12 volts. Let's go do another example. Example 3. Find the power of an electric circuit if the total voltage is 120 volts and the current is 6 amps. Use the equation below to help solve. So here we have P over 6, which is equal to 120. So the 120 is the voltage. We have the current, which is 6. So to get power, we're going to have to multiply by 6 on both sides. Now this becomes just 1, as 6 divided by 6 is 1. Now we have P is equal to 120 times 6. So let's go ahead and just multiply. We have 120 times 6, which is equal to 720. So we have P is equal to 720, and this is in power, so it's wattage, or just watts. So let's do one final example. Example 4. Find the power of an electric circuit if the total voltage is 27 volts and the current is 0.33 amps. We're going to use the equation below to help us solve. So now we have P over 27 is equal to 0.33. Now what we do is we're going to multiply it by 27 on both sides, because whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. These just become 1, as 27 over 27 is equal to 1. So now we're just left with P, which was our whole intention. So now we have P on the left-hand side, and let's get our calculator out. So we have 0.33 times 27, which is equal to 8.91. And this is in watts. So this would be our final solution.